have a lot in common with. We do have a few small differences, though. The smallest one is my penis. I'm not saying that I have a small penis, just that our other differences are 4 inches or greater. It's definitely not worth it to say that. Probably the biggest difference between the two of us is she's very neat, she's very clean, she's very organized. She has a place for everything, and everything in its place. Whereas I have a place for everything, and that place is wherever the hell that thing is. There is a method to the madness, though. That method is madness! Just pure chaos. Her half of the closet looks like the gap. My half looks like the gap between two abandoned buildings where some hobos have set up a crack den. Not exaggerating. I'll turn on the light and a crackhead will hiss at me and scurry under the dresser. That's how they scurry. I've seen it. It's quite frightening. So she's helping me clean out my closet, get it up to basic health code level. And she comes across a box and realizes too late that it's my box of shame. You know, the one you've got it stuffed under your bed or jammed in the back of your closet full of things you don't want anyone else to know you have. I'm not talking about anal beads or a used dildo, you sickos. No, it's much worse. Inside this shoebox is about 1,000 Magic the Gathering cards. True story. And if you don't know what that is, it's a card game where you battle as a wizard with an assortment of creatures and spells. If you do know what it is, I'm sorry, but you're going to die a virgin. That might sound cruel, but remember, I have a shoebox full, so I'm speaking from experience. So she picks the box up to move it, and it falls apart, and I kind of clench up. Kind of worried how she's going to respond. There's goblins and fireballs spilled all over the floor. I'm expecting her to laugh at me or make some sort of witty joke, but she doesn't. She's great. She scoops them up, and she grabs one of her extra shoe boxes, and we put the cards in there, and then she writes on it, receptacle, a +5 nerdery. I think, wow, this is a magic box. Hold your groans, that's not a pun, all right? Imagine you have a stat sheet with all your attributes on it, your strength, your intelligence, your charisma, and down at the very bottom, you got your nerdery. And they've all got a numeric value. If you have a neck beard, that's +1 point of nerdery. If you like to go around saying that the book was better than the movie, that's a point of nerdery. If said book was a comic book, that's an extra point. And if you want to come up to me and correct me and say it was a graphic novel, not a comic book, congrats, you get the multiplier bonus! If you have a vested interest in the Wars versus Trek debate, that's 1 point of nerdery. If you know what I'm talking about without using the word star, you get an extra point. And if you theme your wedding after one of the two, that's X points, where X equals 1 for every overweight Vulcan or Stormtrooper there. Which is potentially a lot of points, assuming they have any friends, so probably not.
Aww.
Yeah. Don't worry, I plan to theme my wedding after Star Trek. If you don't like sports, that's 1 point of nerdery. But if you like sports so much that you know all the stats to all the players on your team, that's 2 points. Yeah, I wasn't going to leave you out, sports fans. We've all got a little nerd in us. My girlfriend literally at times. I don't need to stop saying that or you guys are going to believe me. But on a scale of 1 to 10, 9 being your basement-dwelling neckbeards, and 10 being Urkel level nerdery. Urkel, you remember that guy from the 90s? I'm about a 7. But with this receptacle of +5 nerdery, that puts me at a 12. That's 2 points above Urkel. I got a glowing green 12 nerdery stat, and if you get that reference, that's +1 nerdery point. But with a nerdery stat like that, it doesn't matter how many times I have sex, I'm still a virgin. And that is what I call a magic box. How much time do I have left?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, sorry. I'll give you guys a short impression to kind of class it up. This is Darth Vader masturbating, all right? Darth Vader masturbating.